What's up, guys? It's MegaIphoneReviews here, and today is my first ever Black Ops commentary. This is being filmed on an HD PVR sent to me by Hopog. I did have a review up there and a few quality tests, and this is actually a friend's gameplay on firing range. And I was in this game with him, and he's like, you know what, you should try uploading this game. It was a pretty good game, worthy of YouTube, and might as well test out the quality, try a little commentary. They seem pretty fun. I see a lot of people doing them. So right here, this guy plants a tactical insurgent, which I think is pretty useless, actually. So he's just chilling here, waiting for him, and it's actually between me and him. I'm the guy beside him. You saw my gun poke out there, and he beats me to it with the knife right there. He's using the AK-74U, and his attachment is extended mags and grip. He's running with Warlord, not pro perk, Marathon, Warlord, and Ghost, and the AK-74U with grip and extended mags, and as well, I think the M1911 is his secondary weapon. I forget what it's called actually, but I'm pretty sure it's that one. That and the Python, I think, are the really only useful pistols in this game. I still wish they had a shotgun as a secondary. Maybe not as strong as they are in this game, but a bit weaker of a shotgun. The RPGs are pretty useless, but the Strela can be pretty good at times if you don't use Ghost. It's basically allows you to use any other perk in the first category. But anyways, let's get on a bit more to the commentary. He's using an RCXD, a Mortar Team Strike, and a Cobra as his kill streaks. I believe it was set up for Game of Demolition, which we were playing beforehand. Now we're playing Domination, so they don't do too well for him, and it's a pretty useless thing of kill streaks, I think. But it did work out pretty well for him, at least the RCXD did. He actually plays on 10 sensitivity, which I think is pretty crazy. Like, he just taps it up and he looks up right there. Just wanted to point that out. His gamer tag is a Zax Profile, and there's a pretty funny story behind that gamer tag, actually. He had a bunch of gamer tags, and you know how it sorts in alphabetical order, so he threw an A in front of the Zax Profile, so it'd always be at the top of the list and never at the bottom like a Z would be. He gets a lot of crap for that in game lobbies all the time. Hey, idiot, like, what are you doing with the A in front of your name? And, you stupid Canadian. They see the Canadian flag in his player card, and I don't know why they rip on him for being Canadian, but that's something that happens to him a lot, especially with that A in front of his name. So I'm just speeding up the RCXDs in this game because they do take a bit of time and they are a little boring to see repetitively. But they do some work. You must get at least, I don't know, 6 kills with the RCXD. There's in double, and he just had one beforehand. Does really well in this game, I think, and it's a pretty technically sound game of Call of Duty, just running around on the outskirts of the map generally and just winning his gunfights. He doesn't capture too many flags, but he does have a lot of defense. I always like to let the other team keep one flag, so you kind of know where they're spawning. You get the 2-to-1 win ratio-ish if you can hold down those 2 flags. Miss the knife there, something that I think is a good thing. I don't really like knifing too much. I would wish it was maybe a perk or a secondary weapon instead of actually everyone can knife, because knifing shouldn't be something that people can go around just doing. It should be something, I think, as you have no other option to do it, so maybe as a secondary like the ballistic knife, but it's nothing too bad. One thing I really do hate, though, is it's Last Stand and Last Stand Pro. Those two things really bug me. I just hate when I'm sniping, putting a guy into Last Stand, and then having him revive or anything like that. Just Last Stand in general just gets me really angry. There we go, just leveled up there. Last Stand is probably the worst thing about this game for me, and I just absolutely hate it. I've never bought in Last Stand, I've never tried it out, and I refuse to play with people like in my party who do use Last Stand. Sometimes I let you guys from my YouTube channel come play a few games with me, but if they have Last Stand, they're not playing with me. That's just something that really bugs me, and I hate everyone who uses it. I know it's really general, but I just can't stand the perk. Now, enough bitching about Last Stand. I just like to talk about a few underrated weapons, I think, in this game. One of them being here, the Stoner. Just picked it up. It's a good gun for maybe a game like Search and Destroy if you're not running around. If you're playing a really defensive style, not really camping, but trying to play from a position of advantage where you're not going to be in gunfights with the Stoner, but you're going to be long range shooting when they don't even know you're there. They just find out you're there as soon as you start shooting at them, and that's a pretty good gun for that sort of thing. As well, MP5K is another gun I think is very underrated. It's one of the first guns you get in the game, and I see people who just prestige and say, man, I can't even get a good KD. I'm using a crappy gun like the MP5K, but I really think it's a good weapon. I actually prefer it more than the AK-74U, which a lot of people find an overpowered weapon. The AK-74U is definitely better for long distance range, but MP5K, if you know how to use it, you can really do some damage with it. I don't know why I love it. I'll use a shotgun class maybe, and then switch over to the MP5K. So I have the MP5K as my secondary / primary shotgun, primary / secondary. I might upload a few games of that showing that using Scout Pro. I actually speed this up here because a few other guys did get disconnected or rage quit or whatever they did, and here my controller just dies, or his controller dies, so he's just paused there for a bit. But I speed that up. I don't know what you guys think of that. If you didn't like that, just let me know in the comments down below. Let me know anything you like or didn't like about this commentary. It's almost over, not over yet, but really doing some damage. Here this guy throws down a care package, and sadly did not get a kill him and steal his care packages. Something I absolutely love, just stealing care packages. Even when you have Hacker Pro on, and then you can rig a care package and it just blows up in their face. That's just something that, just a great feeling. I don't know why, it just is. As well, I forgot to mention using the Claymore, the Frag, and the Willy Pete. The Willy Pete's really good for usually taking the B flag. If you can throw down a Willy Pete, it's a smoke screen really, and they can't see where you are, and it's just something I think is a pretty good thing to have. Here is what I was talking about. Get yourself in a position of advantage when you're using a gun like the Stoner. It's a long-range gun. It's a gun that you don't want to be in a gunfight, and there he loses a gunfight because he's spraying with a Stoner, which 9 times out of 10 you're going to lose. So that's the end of this commentary. Final score of this game was 45-4. I wish I could have got this last kill over here, but the game just ends right before. This is Mega iPhone Reviews. Be sure to subscribe. Check out my other videos. And like this comment. Leave me feedback. What did you like? What didn't you like about this commentary? Do you want me to keep making them? So this is Mega iPhone Reviews. And peace.